My name is Tracey Eaton. I'm a former foreign correspondent and joined Flagler College in 2007. Most of the classes I teach cover writing, reporting, and visual storytelling. I help students improve storytelling skills that can be used not only at news outlets, but entertainment companies, NGOs, government agencies, and more. Companies are hungry for digital content, from articles and podcasts to videos and photos. The jobs are there. I want to help students get the experience they will need to improve their chances of success. Gaining experience while still in college is vital. That's why I help students build professional portfolios that display their work. I didn't have much of a professional portfolio when I graduated from college, and it wasn't easy to land my first journalism job. I started out at a small newspaper in Colorado, eventually reaching the Dallas Morning News, where I worked as a foreign correspondent in Latin America. I love journalism. It has allowed me to travel around the world to report on everything from drug trafficking in Mexico and Colombia to the pursuit of Taliban fighters in Afghanistan. The world is a wonderful, marvelous place, full of amazing stories, interesting people, and fascinating cultures. Journalism has allowed me to dive in and explore. One day I'll write about snakes popping out of toilets. The next day I'll report on giant African snails devouring everything in their path in Cuba. I used to run a news bureau in Cuba and have traveled there with NBC Nightly News to work as a field producer for Lester Holt. I have also reported on child labor in Bolivia, the struggle of indigenous groups in the Amazon rainforest, the plight of migrants illegally crossing the U.S.-Mexico border, and many other issues. Lately, I've been doing live broadcasts on HAPS, a channel that allows me to stream simultaneously to my 60,000 followers on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Now I'd like you to hear from some of my former students.
A lot of my job has to do with going around New York City, interviewing people, covering art fairs, going to fashion shows, but a lot of my time actually is spent at home. I gain a lot of inspiration and motivation by coming home and going up on my rooftop, which I am very blessed to have. And you can see a variety of buildings, such as the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the Freedom Tower, and it just allows me a moment to myself where I can relax and focus, but also gain inspiration, and I just dim the brightness of my computer and just write. I attended Flagler for 3.5 years, graduated just a little early. My major was in communications. I studied journalism and public relations. I also studied theater and dabbled in pre-law courses and history. I have friends that went to Harvard and MIT and Yale and Princeton, and I have found that the liberal arts education that I got gave me such an advantage when talking to strangers. Having a media pass really has a lot of power, and people just want to talk. People just want to be able to answer questions that people don't typically ask.
Well, perhaps the most devastating loss in franchise history had Saints fans waking up like this. Headlines reading, "Dat hurts," and that's true. Already Minnesota.
You have this idea of what it is that people do when you see them on TV. Oh, they've got makeup on. People do their makeup. It's so glamorous. They're doing everything for them. Yeah, maybe that might be the case when you get to big network jobs, you know, the CNN, the Foxes, MSNBCs, ESPN. It's my first job in Lake Charles, Market 174, not glamorous by any means. I'm out there every weekend working by myself, shooting in the hot sun, different baseball games, basketball, football, whatever might be going on. Then I'm turning around, running back to the station, editing it real quick, all hot and sweaty, and throwing on a suit and jacket and then putting it on TV after I just sweated my butt off the whole entire day. So people are really misinformed when it comes to that, but it's a grind. It's a grind. There's no such thing as an 8-hour day being in sports journalism. It's a 10 to 12-hour grind every day, and if you're not willing to put the work in, someone's going to blow past you because someone's willing to do it. People spend so much money to watch sports, go to these events. They pay hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to go to Super Bowls, playoffs. I sign up for a press credential and I'm there. Flagler College was just an absolute instrumental part in building my foundation for what I wanted to do. Every person has it.
I'll end with a 60-second video I made about my work a few years ago. Thanks for watching, and I wish you the best. I like crazy, colorful socks and strong Cuban coffee. My name is Tracey Eaton, and I'm a professor at Flagler College. I am also a journalist. Journalism is one of the most exciting professions around. It's a way to see the world. I've covered everything from earthquakes in Colombia and peasant rebellions to war in Afghanistan. I've had plenty of harrowing experiences, but my classes aren't about old war stories. I train journalists of the future. We're living in an era of constant change. I stay active in journalism so I can best help students understand these changes and get jobs. I was a foreign correspondent for 12 years. I often travel to Cuba. In 2016, I helped NBC's Lester Holt cover Barack Obama's visit to Havana. I have ventured into the remote jungles of South America and just got back from Bolivia. But it's not about me. It's about helping students carve out their own path in life. That's my goal.